Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be so quick, I promise. I want to try and get through this really quick, but I wanted to show you guys some of my favorite summer accessories that I'm going to be wearing non-stop, and I figured if you can snag some of them now at the beginning of the season, you can wear them throughout the whole summer time, just like I'm going to be. So let's waste no time and just get right into it. I think that you're going to love these. I've got a few different categories for you. I've got a ton of hats. I've been super into hats. In one of my last videos, you would have seen that I bought a bucket hat. I love it. It's so cute. So I've got to show you a few other ones that I picked up. I've also got some bracelets. They have a theme to them. I'm sure you can already guess, but they're just beautiful and I've been wearing them on repeat. I've got scarves, sunglasses, 2 makeup products. I mean, my channel is not related to really beauty at all. I'm not like a makeup artist or really know anything that I'm doing when it comes to makeup, but I figured I would show those to you as well. And then one last new to me vintage clutch that I'm obsessed with. So let's waste no time and get right into it. So we're gonna be starting off with my favorite, the one that I'm most excited for, which is actually the scarf. And it might not be the way that you're expecting it, but it's how it seems like all of the Instagram girls wear them whenever they go to the beach, which is something that I'm totally new to. I've never done this before, but I love the look, so let me show you. I would have never even thought to do this even a year ago. This is just totally different from what my vibe has been so far, but I'm kind of loving a little bit of difference and like contrast within my style. So let me know what you think. I'm really feeling it. I just love the coloring of this one because it is really long too. It just adds something else, like an extra little detail in your hair. But this is one of my summer accessories that I'm definitely going to be wearing on repeat. So to give a little tutorial on how I tied this scarf, just in case you're wondering, how I did it was just fold it so that it's corner to corner. So it's basically just a very big triangle. You can see that this one has like little clocks and pipes, which I think is actually really cute. I just like folded it back once. So on this side, you can see there's like an extra fold at the top there. You can either have this out or in. And then once it goes around your head like this, you just tie the back 2 ends and then it stays amazingly well. So just like that and you're good to go. So next up is actually one of the lip colors that I'm wearing. Right now I'm actually using 2 of them, but the top color that's more so on my bottom lip, kind of used as an ombre, the lighter color in the center, is this Tom Ford, which I've been loving and using so much during the summertime. I love the packaging of it. Obviously it's black and gold. It's got the Tom Ford TF at the top. It's in shade number 66, which is Paper Doll. And it's not something that I'm totally used to. It's a pretty like pearly pink shade, and typically I go for nudes, but this is just one that I think would look amazing on every skin tone. I wear it constantly, and it's sort of just like elevates whatever lipstick you're already wearing. If you did want to double up, like I said I'm doing today, and just pop a little bit in the center for a little bit more light reflection and luminosity, it just adds a little bit more visual appeal, interest, get some attention going on the lips, and also in my opinion also makes them look just a little bit bigger because you're adding more light reflection. It just kind of adds sort of like a plumping effect. So if that's something that you're into, definitely check this one out. Tom Ford 66 Paper Doll. You won't regret it. As I already mentioned, this isn't a beauty channel. I do like how I'm able to get the makeup that I wear basically on a daily. This is a little bit more full than I typically wear just on a day-to-day, but the unsung hero of the makeup world, in my opinion, at the moment is, what a drum roll, this Quo, it's upside down, this Quo liquid blush. Took me a second to remember. This is amazing. So first of all, I absolutely love this shade. To me, it just blends so nicely with my foundation and my natural skin color, but I think this is a pretty universal one. If anybody wanted to try it, I think this would just look good on really any skin tone. And what I love about it is how nicely it blends. I wish I had have taken a video of when I was actually using it this morning, but I just used my fingertips to blend it in. You can definitely use a sponge, but I do just just love how it blends. I just put it here, basically from the top of my cheekbone all the way up to near the end of my eyebrow. And I just think that that's a much better color placement and is also very trendy at the moment. If you wanted it a little bit softer, I would just blend it with a damp either beauty blender or sponge, because it just sort of takes off any of the excess. But I love the color that it gives. It really blends well with whatever contour I put next to it, and it's just something that I think is so easy, and you really do get exact placement with it, so I think that that's great. I think it was about $12 at Shoppers Drug Mart, so it's not like it's very expensive, and compared to the blush that I always use, which I think is more around like the $35 to $40 mark from Bourjois Paris, I just think that it gives it really good competition. So if you're looking to try out a new blush, definitely go for this one. It's so pigmented that you don't have to use a ton of it, which is great. It's gonna last a long time. And if this shade isn't exactly your cup of tea, they do have a few other ones, but I think for 12 bucks you can't go wrong. So definitely consider it if you're interested in changing your blush color. If you have seen any other videos on my channel, I've definitely shown a few of the vintage purses or clutches or just like little flap bags that I have in my collection that I absolutely love and could easily get a collection of, because you can find them at a very, very affordable price. And this one that I'm going to show you now, I actually was gifted for my birthday, but I picked it up myself from Etsy and I'm in love. Let me show it to you. So it's this one right here, and I love the texture. Obviously it's gonna be white and gold. It's just my thing. I love it so much. I think that the shape of this is amazing. It's obviously very vintage. It's definitely been worn, but it's in amazing shape. It's got the same texture on the front and on the back, and I love it. I think that it's super cute because it is very flat, so it doesn't have like a bottom that it can rest on, but I just think that it's adorable. It's got this pearl closure detail at the top, and it does also come with a chain that's just popped on the inside at the moment, but obviously gold again. And I just think as an addition to any outfit going out on a summer evening, this is like perfect. And even with what I'm wearing right now, I'll turn the camera around to show you, but I just think it's so cute. So if you wanted to go for something like this, I totally recommend. And you can find them on Etsy or at thrift shops or at vintage stores for very, very reasonable prices. And I really just think that for that reason, they're worth trying out. If it's not something that you've really had any experience with before, go for it this summer, because vintage is in itself, and I just think a bag like this that adds so much texture and just a little bit of uniqueness is always welcome in an outfit, especially for mine. You can dress it up or down. I'm just such a big fan, so I hope you like this one as much as I do, because I'm obsessed. What can I say? Like I said, I'm just a really big fan of this look anyway, and this is the outfit that I would pair it with. It's just what I'm wearing today. Super comfortable. The top is from Club Monaco. The jeans are like very 70s, 80s, 70s? I'm not sure of the decade, but I just really do think that if I was gonna just run out for a couple quick errands, I could easily take this with me and it would definitely go. I mean, it is just white with gold hardware, which I'm all about. Basically, all of my bags are that anyway, but it's just such a cute pop. And I think that if you're not already into the vintage bag look, something like this would be a really easy way to get yourself hooked. So try it out. I just love it, if I haven't mentioned that already. As I mentioned, there were some bracelets that I wanted to talk to you guys about, and the theme of both of them are pearls. Shocking? I don't think so. This one is very thin. Both of these were thrifted, which I think is just so fun for jewelry that's a little bit more trendy. I mentioned in my 2021 Trends Alert video that pearls are definitely in, and especially this chunky one I think is like perfect for the season, but I don't think that you can go wrong with adding some dainty pearls to any outfit, so I got this one as well. I'll just slide them both on. This first one, as you can see, is just so cute. It's oversized because it's a bangle. It's just gonna go with anything that I have in my wardrobe, so adding something like this to the collection was an easy win, and I definitely think that you could DIY it yourself if you just get a gold bangle and if you just string some freshwater pearls along the edge, but I I think it's just so cute. And the other one is definitely more chunky. I think it's beautiful. I can't get over how much it looks like a Chanel runway piece. Obviously a Chanel one would be much more expensive, but I think the gold with the pearls is just like the perfect complement. And then obviously you can wear it with any outfit, dress it up, dress it down, wearing during the day or in the evening. And I think it's just the perfect accessory. And because it is elasticated, it'll just sit so nicely and stay exactly where I put it, which I think is the perfect placement on my arm. I really prefer it like this because then I know it's not going to be sliding or bothering me throughout the day, but I just think it's so cute. So if you happen to find anything like it, just get it. Okay, let's go through the hats really quick. I actually have 5 to show you, and none of them are really a huge surprise, I don't think. They're all silhouettes that you would have seen before, and we're gonna start out with a real simple one if you aren't really into hats, but if you wanna try them out more this summer, start with just a basic ball cap. So this one here is basically in a more like linen material. I like that it obviously does provide sun protection with the big brim, which I think is great, but I think that it's really a subtle way to add a hat because it's not providing a ton of contrast. Because it is this more natural color, it will basically go with any outfit. So if you do like more neutrals in your closet, I think this would be a really good fit with black, white, gray, beige, anything really. And it just sort of dresses down anything that you're wearing, makes it a little bit more casual, a little bit more day appropriate, but is super cute. I like that it doesn't have any label on it. You can find hats like these anywhere. H&M do a lot of them. You can definitely find them on Amazon. But of course, if you did want to go the more label route, there are a ton of designers that do hats like these. Balenciaga, for example, will have one with a big fat Balenciaga on the front if you want to do some free advertising for them. But I think that it's just a super cute way to start incorporating hats if you're typically not used to it. So this is number 1. Number 2 is this fedora, and I love it because it's not super typical in that it has a lot of texture in it. I like that it has a bunch of different neutrals in it. It's a combination of a few different neutral tones, which I think is really nice because it'll pick up on whatever one you're wearing in your outfit. I typically wear my fedoras a little bit lower, more like this than like this. To me, I don't know, I just like it lower. I think it gives it a little bit more of like a purposeful look. It's a little bit more sort of fashion forward than if it's up higher. Let me know if you know what I'm saying or if you agree with me. But I do like the contrast of this band. If you wanted to sort of DIY it, you could change that out for a white ribbon if you wanted just a more light and airy kind of look. But I do like the contrast with it. To me, it just ties in a little bit more with the darkness of my hair. But this is great again for the summer. I've got a few fedoras, but this is my newest one. You can basically find them anywhere, so it's definitely one that I would recommend. Here's my new baby. It's the bucket hat. If you had have seen my last video where I debuted this, I just think it's so cute and I can totally see myself getting other ones. I like that it's not white, so it's not as much contrast against the color of my hair. So to me, it just draws a little bit less attention to the hat itself. I just think it's so cute. To me, you look beach ready or just like prepped for summertime. It automatically makes my skin look a little bit darker because it's lighter, and I love that. Chanel has been doing bucket hats this season. Tomorrow bought that pink one that I think is so cute. I might end up getting there, but at the moment I think I just want to start out with something a little bit more subtle, and to me this is the best way to do it. H&M just released a few of them that are 100% cotton. You can get it in white. I think there's like a lilac color, there's black, and this one as well is 100% cotton. Nice and breathable for the summer, so get yourself a bucket hat. It can be cheap and cheerful or it can be Chanel, but I just think that everyone should try one of these on. This next one I actually got from Zara a couple years ago, and it's this Baker Boy style hat, again in a very neutral tone. It's kind of like a sand color, and for the same reasons that I mentioned with the other ones, it's a little bit like less of a statement because of the color, no logos on it, a beautiful texture, and I think you can definitely dress this one up with a brooch, for example, or just something a little bit different. If you wanted to add some sort of embellishment to this, you really could, but I do like the understated and very simple look that it has. You could add something detailing on the side of it here, or like I said, the brooch may be on a side. I wouldn't do right in the middle, but you know, it's all up to you. But I think this one is super cute. I love the way that it looks, and it's actually my second one. This was my first one. I have another one that I'm gonna show you that is this exact same style, but in a different color. Okay, last hat of 5, and this one is actually from the brand Brixton, which I got at Nordstrom. It's the Fiddler Fisherman cap or something to that effect. I don't think I necessarily look like I'm going fishing, but maybe that's just my own perception. Again, you could definitely throw a brooch on this one if you wanted to. It does have a little bit of embellishment here with this rope detailing on the side and over the front, which I think is really nice because it adds a little bit more texture without adding like a ton of flashy detail. It's by no means flashy, but I love this one. I got this one at the same time as my mom got one exactly like this. We're sort of twinning with our hats, which I think is so cute, but it's a style that I feel like before I only thought looked good on other people and wouldn't necessarily look good on me. But I think no matter what sort of hairstyle you have, if it's long and straight or short or curly, I think that this type of hat looks amazing. Even if you've got some sort of like a fringe or bang going on, it can look really, really cute. You can style this one up. This one adds a lot of contrast to your outfit, but I don't think that this should be completely ruled out for summertime, even though it is on the darker side of the color scale. But I just think that it's so cute and can definitely be easily integrated into any wardrobe. It would definitely be impossible to do a summer accessories video without talking about Sunnies, and these ones I've mentioned on my channel before. These ones I was actually inspired to get by Nikki Sky, and I'll have the same link that I used to get these below. They're just from Amazon. They're very similar to the Celine ones that are just so classic. They're from Phoebe Philo's collection, so they're old Celine, but I just think that these look good on basically everybody. I love how big they are. They're not too oversized, but they provide so much coverage and protect your eyes from the sun, which is what sunglasses are really for at the end of the day. I think they look really good up as well, even just with your hair back, and sort of having these like to tuck your hair behind your ears, I think is really great. But I'm just a really, really big fan of these. So if you are considering to get some just black, simple sunglasses, I don't think that they're too cat eye, but they do definitely have that effect to them. I'll have a link to them in the description bar below. Speaking of old Celine, I still can't get over these ones. I still love them. I think they actually really suit the shape of my face, and if you are somebody that likes the oversized sunglass look, the flat tops to me are never gonna be old, even if they are out of style, which I think at this point they basically are. I just love them. I love the gradient, I love the tortoise, I love the flat top. I just think that they're so cute. I do love a thicker, I like either really thick or basically a wire for the frame. These are definitely on the thick side, but again, I'll pop a link in the description to a dupe pair from Amazon, much more affordable than the real Celine ones, but I think that you can't go wrong if you're looking for an oversized sunny. These ones are great. Okay guys, that does it for the list. I hope you enjoyed it. If there was something that sparked your fancy more than anything else, let me know what that was down in the comments below. I'll see you very soon in my next one. Thanks so much for watching this video. Please subscribe if you're new, and please like it if you did, and I'll see you very soon in my next one. Bye!